pure individualist or a pure communalist. They don't accept responsibility for respecting other people's work or other people's efforts. They won't do that.
When you're talking about vandalism, you're talking about the flip side of humanity, because I think that we see in the human heart and in the human person the capability and the capacity for tremendous virtue, for tremendous creativity, the ability to inspire, all of those things that speak to us about, theologically, about being made in the image and likeness of God Himself. And yet, the counter side of it is the same human heart that is capable of this tremendous virtue and talent and inspiration is also the heart that is capable of conceiving of tremendous desecration, of vandalism, of violence. Wickham statutes, the need to create, and yet we see in the vandals the need for whatever reason to destroy or to tear down. And that's not a recent unfolding in the human drama. It's the one that comes to us from the first pages of the book of Genesis through Revelation. It's the same struggle between trying to create and to build up, and for whatever tragic reason, others who feel a need to destroy and to tear down.
I don't know how long he'd been gone, but I went out there, 6 months or a year afterwards, and there was extensive abuse. But they were subject to that kind of thing because it was very smart for fraternities, and I guess it was true of high school people too. They'd send people out there on these scavenger hunts or Halloween.
Of the average person. One way to see that, I think, is just to look at the. One way to see that, I think, is just to look at the of the average person. One way to see that, I think, is just to look at the of the average person. One way to see that, I think, is just to look at the. One way to see that, I think, is just to look at the. It's real democracy. Of the average person. One way to see that, I think, is just to look at the of the average person. One way to see that, I think, is just to look at the